Hi everyone, it's Vanna. I'm so glad you're here. Today I wanted to talk about keeping up with the times, especially at this age. I'm 63. And I was thinking the other day, I didn't use a computer, and it wasn't much of a computer. It's nothing like we had to have today. But I didn't start really using a computer until I was 30 years old. And it's been amazing to me to watch over time the advancement in the technology, and it's just all we can do to keep up with it. And I see my children, they got to experience some of it, as they got older, and then of course my grandkids are all in it. But it's been amazing to be on this journey of learning this new technology that we have now. I remember, starting in the 90s that we started getting AOL, the email, and, you hear the little buzz and you got mail. And, I was thinking about that. And today it's just so fast and I can't keep up with it. It's all I can do to keep up with, and I'm not even up to par with all of it. I'm just keeping my nose above water. It's just, and I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing, the older, our age group. Because now, and my parents, they never got into the internet and the email. But then some of the people, because I'm a caregiver on the side, some of them, my little 100-year-old lady, bless her, she, when I would get her up, she would get her phone and she would surf the internet. She was watching 100 years old. She's using this phone, and I was sitting there just watching this. How amazing this was, watching this 100-year-old surfing on the internet, watching YouTube videos, getting the news, and I was just so impressed. But my parents never got into it. They never got internet. They never got on the computer. They never did any of that. And my husband's parents were the same way. They don't have a computer and they don't have internet. They didn't do any of that. But then I see a lot of older ones, their age, use the phone and use the computer and do all these things. And of course, unfortunately, we have heard about them being scammed, because they don't understand, and it's been a little difficult in that area for them. And I've had to, watch my parents and my husband's parents and making sure, they don't fall into a scam. But it's I don't know how you guys are doing or feeling about it, but I would love to hear some comments, have some comments about it. But it's a challenge, and it's continuing to be a challenge. But I want to try to keep up. I'll be in the back. I won't be up there in the front like these young ones. I'll be in the back, just tugging along and going along, because I've had to get my son to help me with things and my husband to help me with things, because he's a little better at it than I am. And I'll tell you, I'm making these YouTube videos. I just learned how to make a video. I learned how to do it on Canva. I learned it like a couple months ago. It's like, I didn't even know how to do a video. And editing, I'm just learning some of that. And, and I know my videos are not these professionals, and it's not AI. I mean, this is the real deal here. You get what you see. And, I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff. I don't know. I'm just down home and I'm just me. And that's the only way I can do it. But I've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed, I was very, very scared at the beginning, very nervous, but I've always been, a joyful person, and love to talk to people and meet people. And so I'm like, what the heck, I'll try it. I mean, if it doesn't work out, it don't work out, but at least I can say I tried it, And so I just wanted to see, how you guys, what your experiences were, of not growing up in this high tech, because it's just been a whole whirlwind for me, because my grandkids would never know a world without all of this. But we came from a world that didn't have as much. I mean, we had the TV and all that, but, we just didn't have all this. You carry a little computer around with you, everywhere. You can, at an instant, look up something, that you would have had to look up an encyclopedia. You have a little square that you can call anybody across the world. I mean, it's very, very amazing to me. But it's stressful. It has been stressful to me. But I try to be a trooper. I want to hang in there, and I want to learn, and because I love to learn, and that's what I encourage you guys to keep learning. Take it slow. That's what I'm doing, and just hit and miss it. I'm just trying to do my best. And so, and it's just going to continue. And of course, AI's coming in, and that's a whole nother, I don't really like to think about it too much, but it's coming, it's here. And we've got to deal with it. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that we really have to get a mindset of is the times are changing. And we've got to learn to deal with it. You've got to change with the time. As from the time I was 30, just introduced to a computer to now, you have to keep going with it, and you've got to, if you want to. I mean, it's your choice, of course, but to keep up with it, you've got to change with it. And maybe not extreme. I'm not doing extreme, but I am, wanting to learn. But I'll tell you another thing I've noticed is when I watch a video, and then these young people are on here telling you about different programs and different apps and different things you can do to improve your video or improve emails and improve everything. It's a little overwhelming, and I don't quite understand it all. So I'm just doing things that work for me. And again, y'all know I really want to try to stay simple and easy, and I don't want more stress as I'm getting older. So I'm just kind of wanting to do the basics, and that's been working for me. So I hope this helped. I am curious of what you guys have experienced, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.